You may not know this about us because we've only recently connected. Just slightly over a year ago, we had a massive flood out here where we live in Lyons, Colorado, and about 2/3 of our land was destroyed. We used to be a football field off of this little river that was kind of a mud puddle before this all started. And fortunately, we had our I.Connects. We didn't have our heart companions yet because we hadn't created them. And how we went through a very critical time was amazing to me. There was no stress. There was a sense of presence. There was a sense, just like you said, of aligning in the moment. And in every moment, we felt so connected. We felt so divinely cared for that we knew, even though we had this river that it actually came up to within a foot of the concrete pad of our driveway, and it carved a 30-foot cliff into this humongous river basin. And we didn't know whether our house was going to stay and remain standing. And yet we knew it was all divine. We knew whatever the outcome is, that it was divine purpose. It significantly elevated the energy on our land, which is for the good of all. And it was an experience of knowing that with this tool, I know that I would not have gone through it the same way without the tool. The I.Connect kept us so centered, and because we were with other people, our energy centered other people as well. And everything was just like, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? We were so in the moment like I had never experienced before. And so even in crisis, this thing, these tools really support us to be able to be who we are and stay connected to Source.
And when we're in that moment, when we allow ourselves to move into that, and this Heart Companion and I.Connect actually facilitates a much easier flow into that space, back into that natural state of being. There's a rejuvenation of the cells that go on. There's like this self-healing that can take place naturally in that moment of time, because it opens the door wide for a whole transformation of the physical body as well as the energetic body. It's when we're truly alive. It's the only time we're really alive, is when we're in that moment and reconnected back to that sacred part of ourselves. And this is where we are supposed to be stabilizing. And there is a stabilization for myself, I know, in this space. And I see it accelerating on the planet. It's going to be made more and more accessible naturally to people. And this tool will support that in others to really support in stabilizing them into that space of